need an Australian police clearance for an Australian visa? I get asked this all the time, and the general advice that I give is that if you're applying for a temporary visa, and by a temporary visa I mean a student visa, a 457 working visa, a working holiday visa, things like those, generally speaking you should not need a police clearance for those visas. However, if you have ticked yes to any criminal convictions or past convictions on an application form, it's quite likely that the case officer would request a police clearance then. If you're applying for a permanent residency visa, then the answer is always yes. You will need an Australian police clearance, assuming, of course, you have spent at least 12 months in Australia during the last 10 years. It's interesting to note that the police clearance requirement is actually a time of decision requirement. And by time of decision, I mean that by the time the case officer is ready to make a decision, that is when you'll need to prove whether or not you need the Australian police clearance or any other police clearance for that matter. And some visas can take many, many, many months to process. And if you're inside Australia waiting, then you would have accrued or accumulated 12 months in Australia by that time, or very close to it. And that's when we would suggest you definitely provide an Australian police clearance then.